what are your early impressions of camp and just coming out of the summer? Where do you feel like the team is at?
Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I think we got a lot of guys that's been around for a long time. We had some intentionality in the summer. I felt like our player-led workouts and player-led, practices and stuff like that went smooth. So I feel like we're an older team, got some good senior leadership in, every single position that you can think of. And the young guys and the guys that came in even bring a veteran, presence. A guy like Tank, a guy like, Jared. Those guys are very mature and take a mature approach. So I think we're at a good spot. Obviously, first day of camp, everybody's going to be happy and, come out here flying around. But I feel like you kind of know your team kind of in the dog days of camp, those practice 10s, 11, 12. When it's not, all fun and games, your body's a little bit sore. So I think we're at a good spot now. We just, got to keep, gelling together as a team and, keep, being ourselves. And I think everything will take care of itself.
Kind of fun being out here a week early.
Yeah, this is my first time. I've always so my birthday's actually Sunday, so July 28th, and I usually have that was 3 to 5 days off. So usually, do something for my birthday, but I think we got, I don't know, some family fun stuff that we got to do. So it's the first time, but interesting. I can't wait though. Love to be back, playing ball, coming out here, being with each other, practicing, and going against each other with coaches and a scheme and film that you can actually watch and see how you did. So I like the week 0 game. Plus we got all them bye weeks, so I think that's a big positive.
How different is the safety room from last year to this year going into fall camp? Not only for yourself having just kind of arrived, to all the guys that played and got experience and did all those things last year?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think now, Coach Simons leans on, a lot of us for our veteran leadership. CJ, who was playing nickel for the first time last year, he's, the veteran nickel now in our room with Brandon going to corner. And so I think we got a lot of guys that we can lean on. Ahmad Moses is stepping up and becoming a better leader. Zay stepped into a bigger role, becoming a better leader. Myself, even a guy like Abdul, he's a sponge. He soaks everything up. So I think we have a lot of chemistry. We have a lot of snaps together, whether that's practice, we get reps together, whether that's player-led practices, different guys getting, mixing and matching, gelling, and kind of just hanging out, even in the locker room and doing some things outside. And so I think we have a veteran presence. Coach Simons doesn't have to lean on, 1 or 2 guys. It's almost like the room itself is very, seasoned to, be primed to have a big season this year.
Still 2 months before you guys play your first game in the new league, but is there a little bit extra edge you guys have right now, knowing what lies ahead with the new conference?
Yeah, I mean, I think, a lot of us on the team just have that edge, whether that's you felt like you wasn't recruited at a high level. For guys that came here, straight out of high school, they didn't feel like they were recruited at a high level, quote-unquote P5 level, right? Other guys that, were playing at another school, transferred over. All the guys we got from Miami, I'm knowing that they're playing with an edge. For guys, that's coming from wherever, I feel like we got guys on our team from all different aspects and perspectives. And so I think stepping into the new league is obviously something that, we have, courage about and something we have confidence about. But I just, can't wait to strap it up because, we were conference champion last year. Have that confidence moving forward. Obviously, we haven't won a championship this year, but know that we have the talent and the capability to do it at a high level.
Coach talked about urgency with, seniors. This is your last year now. Last year, you could have come back. You did. Do you sense that urgency, especially among you guys that are know that you're playing your last year for sure?
100%. I was having this conversation with, Preston and Jake legit like 2 days ago, and I'm like, I would be so pissed off at myself 3-4 years from now if I didn't give every single ounce, blood, sweat, tear, right, to this season. And it's, kind of all led up to this, and I feel like a lot of us perform well under pressure. And it's not necessarily a pressure of, if it doesn't work out, but it's more of a pressure of I just need to be intentional with every single thing. And so kind of that senior leadership that I talked about, those veteran guys, I think we took those approach to workouts. We took that approach to practices, and, now we just got to be consistent with it each and every day.
What are your impressions of Jaden Milner-Jones now that he's been able to at least run around out here with you?
Yeah, he's a freak athlete, 100%. That's probably the first thing I noticed. I think we were doing sprints or something like our first summer workout. And, he's coming in, third, second, right, with Moochie. And Moochie can slide, for everybody that doesn't know. And, he's moving, he's running. So I think he's a natural freak athlete. I think he jumped like a 10-8 in the broad jump. Vert was like, 38, something crazy. So first impression is he's a freak athlete, an athlete that can play, whether that's rover, whether that's nickel, wherever his fit is going to be for this season. But I think he has a lot of upside, and he's a young guy. He likes to learn. He doesn't, shy away from coaching or accountability from players. And so that's something that you love as an older guy, when you can say something to a guy and he doesn't take it personal, he internalizes it, and he becomes better on the next rep.
Where did you see your biggest kind of area of focus become this offseason, and how do you feel like you did accomplishing?
For me, I would say, continuing to be a vocal leader day in, day out, consistency. I kind of rewatched the season, rewatched, spring ball, and there were certain things that I felt like I could have been consistent. What's up? What's up, DK? What's up? There's some things I feel like I could have been more consistent about, whether that's, the little things, the pad level, the bursting out of breaks, eyes and man coverage. So that's kind of the thing I'm kind of harping myself on, not necessarily scheme. I kind of know where I am and know the pieces of the defense and how it's supposed to work, but more of making sure that I trust everybody on the field to do their job, and I have to do that by doing my job at a high level.
Just talked about the urgency. Is there an excitement level of, hey, this team has felt like even last year maybe we are a step into that power league, that now you guys kind of get to prove it on a weekly basis?
100%. I think, we felt the support from, obviously, how much money we raised with the donors and the alumni of believing in our program. Us going out and doing something we haven't done in 40 years and winning a championship. The new facility that they're building and all of these things, it's the best time to probably be at SMU. It's a lot of excitement, it's a lot of hype, and I feel like the guys are having an urgency of understanding you can only make one first impression. And so you want to make that first impression, and you get a chance to continue to make it week in and week out, as you talked about, the Florida States, the Louisvilles, the Dukes, the Stanfords, the Cals, the Virginias, right, the Boston College Ridermans from last year. And so I feel like we got a chance to, make a great first impression this upcoming season.
What has Coach said about the in-helmet communication, and what do you think about that from what you're hearing about it?
I mean, I think it's cool. In the spring, I think we only had one for practice, and the linebackers had it. I had one in my helmet today, and we were doing warm-ups, and I guess they were like, mic check, and I'm looking around. I didn't even know I had it. So I'm looking around, I'm like, what's going on? And it was actually Coach Simons. He's like, you got the headset today. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I think it's dope. I love football. I've been watching that since I was like a middle schooler, right, football. And so seeing those linebackers, the Ray Lewises, right, had that green dot on that helmet, I think that's something that's huge. The tablets that they're adding on the sidelines now, like, it's a great time to be in college, I would say. So I think it's really fun.